Welcome back. And to shed more light on the situation in Sudan, we are joined in the studio by Mr. Mohammad El-Ashmawy, political analyst. Hello, sir, and welcome to our show.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Sir, how do you see the Bashir's strong warning against the social media activists and the civil disobedience that took place recently in Sudan? Why he took such a strong action?
Really, he took that action, you know, in taking in consideration the problems of Sudan, in the division, and that there's too much elements. I mean, too many elements are trying to do its best to try to divide Sudan. It started, of course, there is the South Sudan as an independent state now, but there is some other elements who are trying their best, and some regional powers and international powers also, some are trying their best to divide Sudan. They see it is a very big country and it should be divided to some other, which is very, very dangerous for us in Egypt, as we are the nearest country to the Sudanese people. The peoples of Sudan and the peoples of Egypt are very, very near to each other since long time. So he is taking that situation, strong situation really, in considering the fact that the Arab world is facing too much problems.
How do you think the opposition will take his warning?
Well, they are taking it, they are trying their best, because they are, some of them are, you know, are assisted by foreign countries, are assisted by some other people who want to divide Sudan. And they are doing their best to do it. And they are encircling both Egypt and Sudan. But I can say that Israel is encircling now. Yeah.
But the people of Sudan have some certain needs. They don't want the prices to surge of the fuel and of the food and of. They are asking for the rights.
Of course, but they are starting with that problem. But the overall aim and the great one for them is to divide Sudan and to make too much problems, to, you know, to throw the country to chaos, which is very, very dangerous for Sudan and for a country like Egypt.
But why Bashir said that he will not change the government? Why he will not change the government or overthrow his government?
I think we should, Egypt is trying its best to do something and to bring all elements in Sudan to a compromise. We are, and you know, President Sisi was in Sudan in October, and there was a strategic, declaration between the two countries for strategic, relations between both countries. And Egypt said that we are ready to do something to put and to bring all elements in Sudan to a compromise.
Sir, why al-Bashir took the austerity measures now? Why he chose this timing in particular?
Oh, he is taking it because he is feeling that the situation is very dangerous inside the country, and the enemies of Egypt also are trying their best to divide Sudan and to put it to chaos.
I'm talking about the austerity measures that he's taking.
Yes.
Why he took now these measures?
Like the problems are, when we have like what happened in Egypt also, we are taking also some austerity measures because of economic problems. Mm-hmm. So we are facing too much problems, of course. In the third world countries, we are doing our best to do something to bring some, because it took us a long time. About more than tens of years passed away, and we didn't do anything for the economic problems. And now there is no other way. We have to do something.
But the people of Sudan are upset with these measures that he's taking, and they said they don't want these measures. So why he's not taking back his decision?
Well, I think that it needs some sort of dialogue. It needs a dialogue between the two elements, between the government and the opposition. And as I told you, Egypt said that we are ready to do something to bring both sides to a compromise. Mm-hmm. So I think Egypt will try to do something because it is a matter of national security for the Arab world in general and for Egypt in particular. Yeah.
Sir, how do you estimate the situation now in South Sudan?
Well, there is too much problems, of course, in South Sudan, economically and strategically also. They are facing too much problems, and also we are doing our best also to solve all these problems, because South Sudan is also a Nile Basin country, which is very important for Egypt, for the national security of Egypt. So we are trying our best also to solve all these problems.
Do you believe that there is a plan to divide South Sudan one more time and also Sudan?
I think so, yes. Yes, this is a problem now in the Arab world, or in the whole Arab world now. We are seeing what's happening in Syria, we are seeing what's happening in Iraq, we are seeing what's happening in Yemen, we are seeing what's happening in Libya, and they are doing their best also to divide Sudan as an Arab country and to finish the Arab character of Sudan. Some people are saying it's an total African country. No, it is an Arab and an African country also. So they want to divide it, and this is a problem for the all Arab world. It's a national security problem for all the Arabs and the Muslim worlds.
But why, sir, the countries fell easily in the hands of the Daesh militias, like in Libya and, of course, in some parts of Syria, Daesh interfered. Why the countries fell that easy?
As I said, that the enemies of the Arab world are doing their best also to bring all these things and to make problems, and how to divide the countries according to ethnic groups, and to also Muslims and Christians, according to ethnicity, according to religion, so on and so forth. They are trying their best to finish what Sykes-Picot made in 1916. There is a new Sykes-Picot coming up now. Unfortunately, we are doing our best to stop it, and to at least for Egypt. We are talking, but all over the Arab world, there's too much problems, and all the Arab countries are, the goal is to divide the Arab countries according to ethnicity and according to religion, and to finish the Arab character. And to finish all these things really, and they want the Arab world to be in chaos, and to make Israel as a Jewish state, and it will be the great states in, all the states are religious states, ethnic states, and Israel is the big state in this
But if the Arab world is in a chaos, yes, wouldn't that harm Israel itself?
No, it wouldn't harm Israel, of course. No, they are, all of them they will be in war, total war between each other, and Israel is the great country in this situation. They are trying their best to do it. They are very happy now, and the Arab world is, everyone is fighting the other, and the Arab countries are, dividing. I mean, there are the division there are the problems in Syria, there are problems in Iraq. We are seeing what's going on in Halab now, and Yemen also, Libya. They are trying their best to do also against Sudan and against Egypt, and these two countries are the main basis of the Arab nationality or the Arab character. So they are doing their best to divide these countries and to finish the Arab character.
Sir, do you believe after the secession of South Sudan, do you believe the economy of Sudan was harmed a lot?
I think so, yes, of course it was harmed a lot, of course. And they are trying to make problems in Kordofan and some other places also in Sudan now, after south of Sudan. So they're trying their best. That's why the president and the country of Sudan and also Egypt is trying its best to stop that policy and to keep the national integrity and the territorial integrity of Sudan and Egypt in the Arab world.
What are the measures should the Bashir take in order to satisfy his own people?
Well, I mean, he should do something, I think. and also through the Egyptian mediation, I think between both sides, he can do something to bring all the political elements to a compromise economically, socially, and to keep the territorial integrity of his country.
But
it's not an easy task, of course.
Of course, but what the Bashir is doing now is he's threatening the opposition.
Of course, there is a political problems, but I think through interference from a country like Egypt, which is in its interest to do something to bring all sides to a compromise, I think we can do something, and Sudan can do something in that problem. Recently, there was a meeting in Cairo. There was a visit by the Sudanese Council for Foreign Affairs. They came to Egypt here at the end of last month, November. It is a return visit to the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs, affairs going to Sudan the beginning of this year in February. So there was a return visit from the Sudanese side, and both sides meet here in Cairo. It was a very important meeting. They met also the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and they met the Secretary General of the Arab League. So it was a very important visit for the national security of Egypt and the national security of Sudan and the Arab character in general.
Sir, what do you expect to happen in the near future for the Middle East?
Well, for the Middle East, I think, all the people are feeling, they are not, happy with the developments, the international developments going on, because the problems of division and the problems of ethnicity and the problems of, making the Arab states failed states, like what's happening in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, and Libya, and there's too much problems also in Lebanon, and they are trying their best to do something to finish the Arab character, as they said, and with the coming up of a new administration in the United States, the people are not feeling, they're
secure.
Yes, of course, we have to wait till the new president come to power to see what's going on, because there is too much problems in the area. Yeah.
Well, Ambassador Mohammad El-Ashmawy, political analyst, thank you very much for joining us, and welcome once again to our
Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you. And by this we come to the end of our episode. I'm Dina Mamdouh. Thank you for watching.